If you are a multi-passionate girl boss who wants to create, write, teach, learn, connect, and take time for herself and her family and friends, you are listening to the right pod. Hi, I'm laurenjean, your go-to podcast resource girl and self and business development freak. I love everything related to development, as well as focusing on self-confidence, letting go of control, and following your intuition. All right, let's get down to the good stuff. Let podcasting fuel your creative marketing strategy with your personalized brand visibility starter package. Yes, Passionapod now has a sponsor. The Brand Visibility Starter Package has everything you need to learn how to create, develop, build, and market your brand quickly and easily using a tried and trusted formula that works. This package will teach you all that you need to know about the importance of a unique brand, how to create a brand that sells, building a brand from the ground up, leveraging your brand reputation to get more business, repurposing your content to create an aligned marketing strategy, and so much more. For just $199, you get the full Brand Visibility Starter Package, which includes a 1-hour one-on-one session, either on the phone or in person, most likely on the phone, the Brand Visibility Guide, packed full of informative, useful, and workable solutions to branding, real usable tips, tricks, and techniques to build a brand that relates and is trusted. The whole package costs $199 and is available right now. Lisa Laura is a friend of mine and a fellow coach. She's an empowered life and leadership coach. She is also a down-to-earth dreamer and a woman on a mission, and the bright-eyed creator of Logically Lifted. Passion, work, and creative marketing are her expertise. She is now the sponsor of the show, and I am excited to bring her to you. If you want to find out more and to grab your free session to talk with her, you can go to www.logicallylifted.com/visibilitypod. All right, let's get right into the show. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the podcast. This is laurenjean, your hostess. I'm not so sure why on a podcast we don't call a female a hostess. This is things that run through my head. Craziness. But whatever. It's kind of an impromptu podcast, and I was actually going to take today off since I was traveling into the city, but as a podcaster, everything that goes through my head I want to talk about, and I know that this can really help you guys out there, and it's part of my journey. It's part of me growing, and I really felt like I wanted to share this. So I'm just going to start off with telling you guys I'm in the city today, New York City, the Big Apple. Absolutely loving it here. It's not far from me. I'm about an hour and a half train ride into the city, so I really know that I am lucky to have that. And I'm also lucky to have family here that has an apartment that allows me to stay in here. So I'm very grateful for that. And I want to put that out there. I just want to put that out there that I am very grateful for everything that I have. And in particular, this apartment and the short trip into the city. So I stepped off of the Long Island Railroad and I was walking up the steps into Penn Station. And I felt this overwhelming feeling of success. Now, success can mean so many different things. And it's been something I have been struggling with. But for the first time in a long time, since I've been working towards something that I really want and that really feels good, I truly feel aligned. Like things are happening in my life. Wonderful things, amazing things, things that scare me, but also things that I feel like I'm aligned with And what alignment means to me in my heart is when something feels good, something isn't hard, something isn't scary. It's meant to happen. It's there for a reason, and it just feels amazing. So yeah, I was stepping off of those steps up into Penn Station, and it kind of took me back to my college days because I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York City, so it's kind of my own stomping grounds, and I had a lot of fun there, and I just always felt at home. And that sounds so weird because I was never really a city type person, although I'm realizing as I get older that I totally am. I totally am a city person because I am an extreme introvert. And what made me think I was never a city person is because there's so many people all around you all the time. And sometimes you just can't move. But at the same time, as I was sitting at 72nd Street and Broadway today, waiting for my cousin, I realized that I can still be that introverted person in the city because there are so many people around you, but you can still be in your own world. You can have your phone in your ears, listening to a podcast or listening to music, watching people walk around. But you're still in your own little world among so many other people out there. And I realized that this was what feels really good to me, like really good. I feel so at home when I'm in the city, and I never really pictured myself as that. But I'm guessing as I get older and I get more experienced and I know the feeling of success, and the feeling of success is, for me, it's freedom, it's stability. It's just, I have to say my number one thing is freedom. To be able to come into the city or take a few days off and really do what I want to do and work from where I want to work from. And I have to thank my job that I'm in transition of. I have to say there's a lot less time spent at my full-time job. It's no longer full-time. And they gave me Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. And it just felt good. I didn't have that, oh my God, I don't have those 3 days. I had, oh my God, I have 3 days. I have 3 days to work on the things that truly mean something to me, to work on the things that are going to push me forward in life, to work on the things that are going to make me feel amazing. And that's this podcast, and that's teaching other female entrepreneurs how to podcast, and that's getting my story out to you because I know it could help. And if you're not there yet, that's completely understandable, and I know what that means because this is a new part of my journey, and it's becoming less and less scary. And now going back to that whole thing of alignments, I've really been listening and focusing on my intuition. And I wanted to share something else besides the alignment thing, because the alignment thing is part of intuition. It really, really is. It's you following your heart and feeling good about it, feeling great about it, feeling amazing about it. And things, like I said, they're just happening. That's all I can say. I'm getting these visions of things, and they're happening. Things are appearing within me, within my heart, and not on purpose. Now, something that happened today was I had met my cousin to get the key for the apartment. And I knew the address in my head. I knew it. I had it in my phone. And I was walking towards there. And I had one more block to go, and there was a light, and I couldn't cross the street. So if you know, when you're in a major city, you know, there's, my God, I don't know what they call those little hands that tell you to stop or they tell you to go and whatever it is. Well, I was going to keep going to go to the next block, but the light turned red and I wasn't able to cross the street. So I went the opposite direction. And what do you know, in front of me was the building that I was supposed to be at. I had the wrong address. And the reason I knew this was because I've been here before and I recognized the area. I was off by one street. And because that light turned and I was forced to go in the other direction, I just went with it. And boom, there it was. And I had been carrying bags. I had my computer. I went shopping at Trader Joe's and I got some groceries. And I had a coffee in my hand. So my neck hurt. My back was hurting. I was feeling stressed. I was getting that sweaty, cold feeling. I just wanted to be at the apartment. And lo and behold, there it was. And even better, the doorman there had the door wide open for me walking in. I walked up the stairs. The elevator was open, waiting for me to get in. That's true alignment. Things happening, things feeling good, things have become easier in life. It's because I've opened my heart. I've allowed things to start happening. I've never experienced this before, guys. I really haven't. So I'm telling you this in real time. These are the things that are happening for me. And for me, that is what success feels like. Things are successful when they are aligned. It might feel different for you, but for me, I am telling you from my own personal experience how this feels. And it's really all about the feeling. I've spoken about that starting like years ago when I started this podcast. I knew everything was about a feeling, but I hadn't dug into the intuition part. I did not know what alignment meant. I didn't even understand how to work with intuition and how to follow it and how to listen to it, how to actually hear it in your head without making you sound like you're crazy. So if you think about alignment as being success and what feels good, think about it. Maybe it makes more sense to you. And the more and more I really think about this, the more and more it feels good. I didn't freak out when I didn't get those hours at work because I knew I had other things planned. I had opened my heart up to the universe and things are coming in. Business is coming in. The mastermind is starting tomorrow. The Podcaster Wannabe Mastermind is starting tomorrow. And guys, if you still want in, you can still get in as of, oh my goodness, tonight, Eastern Standard Time, midnight. Maybe I'll even release this podcast earlier. So those of you who want in, you can still get the discounted price of $77. And I've decided to keep it open. So if you are in for good. And that means you have as much time as you want to start your podcast. So if that's something that you want, let me know. Come on over to Passion to Pod on Facebook and join the group. Let me know that you want in. But that's not the point. Where the heck was I with that? So doing all of these things in life that make me feel good, that they just seem easy. Like, has anything ever seemed easy to you in life? And it just feels like this is what should be happening right now. Well, that's what it is. But I also want to share with you a struggle that I had just yesterday. And this has to do with someone in my life. I'm not going to mention who. Someone in my life that was worried about me, that was starting to question that I was working less. I understand where people come from because a lot of people are still in that 9 to 5. They're working a job, whether or not they like it or not, that's different. It's how we view, I want to say, how other people view us, as entrepreneurs. And it might appear that maybe we're working less, we're doing less. But in our mind, we know we're working towards something bigger, something greater, something happier. And it's hard for another person to see sometimes. So I went through that yesterday, and I stopped to think how that person was looking at me. And I had to stop myself because I knew that if I continued to think about it, I would go down this horrible rabbit hole and start questioning everything that I was doing just because this person had a big hold on me in my past. And not purposely, I don't believe. But this is someone who had some power over me and a lot of the decisions that I made. And I am at a point now where I can stop that thought in my head, stop it dead in its tracks, because I know that it's not true. And if I continued to think that way, if I continued to allow myself to think that way, then yeah, I would probably feel pretty shitty today. But I put it out of my mind. I listened to what the person had to say, and I reassured them that I was okay, and this was a plan of mine, and I'm good. I'm really good. I had to tell this person that. I told myself that, and then I just continued what I was doing. But as you go down a different path, a path that's unknown to the outside world, a path that is not known to most people out there, you have to understand that they might view this as scary, as, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this? Why aren't you, going out there and looking for something else? Why aren't you getting another job? And it's because they don't understand the thought process. When you're an entrepreneur, you're so open to so many things, or you're working on it. And you have a different view on life, on what you want life to look like. And it's scary to that person because they care about you, not because they're trying to kill your dreams. It's because they honestly care about you, and they don't want to see you suffer. They don't want to see you in pain. They don't want to see you without any money or any stability. They're honestly there because they care. Otherwise, they wouldn't be questioning you. They wouldn't be asking what you're doing and how you're going to go about it. And it's because of their own fears. It's because of their own instabilities. It's because of everything that they just don't know. It's not their fault. They just don't know because they're not there. They're not on that journey. And I'm mentioning this because I've gone through it, and because this is something that I needed to realize, that people were in my life wondering, like, what is she doing? Why is she working less at her full-time job? What is she doing? And I did, and I still do believe that there are some people in my life that just don't understand where I'm headed. And I was there for a long time too. I was right along with them, wondering what the hell I was doing. How was I going to make this work? And did I make a mistake? I went through that, and I had to coach myself out of it. I had to speak to my coach about it. I stay connected with groups that the people are doing the same thing and they understand. And that's how I support myself, through community, through this podcast, through talking to you guys. This is what I need to do for myself to keep myself sane. Otherwise, I will probably self-sabotage myself and feel like shit and probably try to look for more hours at work. But because I have this alignment and this feeling of success, knowing that it's going somewhere and actually feeling like I'm there, you have to visualize yourself in success and what exactly that means to you. You have to be there. You have to picture yourself there. Picture the success. Picture the universe opening to anything that it is that you want. And you have to state it. You have to put it out there for it to happen. Because if you're not putting it out there, guess what? It's not going to happen. And by me opening up my heart, my mind, my body, my soul, the shit's happening and it's becoming real, and it's actually starting to feel real, which still feels strange to me, I have to say. It's not scary anymore. It's really not. And that's weird to me. That's really weird that it doesn't feel scary. It is finally aligned. And for me to be able to share this with you as it's happening, I feel like that's a gift. I am grateful that I can put this out to you guys, and maybe you can start to understand, and then maybe in a couple months or 6 months or a year down the line, you'll be like, oh, that's what she's talking about. I get it. I completely get it. Because I had been listening to shows for the longest time where I heard these people going through these changes in life and getting to a certain point where they wanted to be, feeling aligned, feeling successful, and moving forward faster than they ever thought could be. I'm there. It's happening. And I'm open to it. I'm open to whatever I am ready to receive. And I'm allowing it to happen. So I'm opening up my heart and allowing it to happen. Totally am. You have to be open to things. You have to be open to opportunities, to money. That's a big thing. We're closed off with money a lot, and we can't see it happening, so therefore it doesn't happen. That was a big block of mine, money block. I really don't have that anymore. I'm still working on it, but it's not there like it used to be. I'm not terrified of it anymore. Now it's just a number, and that's okay. So that's another thing what success feels like to me. Success feels like my money blocks are gone, my receiving blocks are gone, all of these things that I was once so scared of, and these things that held me back in business and in life, they're wide open. They are wide open, and I'm so grateful for it. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this was insightful to you, and I hope that I can continue to bring these types of messages to you so that you could move forward in your life and in your business. And guys, if you have any questions, if you want me to answer anything, please let me know. Please let me know how I can help you. If you've listened to my story, if you've listened to other podcasts and you want to hear me talk about this, or you want to have me interview someone on this, I totally want to hear from you guys. This is really important. As I grow, as this podcast grows, I really want to get into more of this type of thing, of intuition and alignment, being confident, and of course, letting go of control. That's another thing. I had to let go of a lot of my control issues so that I could feel successful, so that alignment would happen. And it's happening. It is totally happening. So thank you guys for being here, for listening to me ramble. I really hope you're enjoying these shows because I am enjoying putting them out to you. And I can't wait to see what like the next month brings. Every month is a growing month, and it is super, super, super exciting. So I'm going to let you guys go, and I will talk to you next week. Oh, before I go, I just want to let you know that tomorrow's interview is with my friend Amanda Karen, and I had interviewed her as a new podcaster. She had not released her podcast, but now she has. It's called Joining the Dots, and it is an amazing show. She really puts a great message out there. I absolutely love it, and I have already reviewed it for her. So if you want to go check that out, you can go to iTunes, and it's called Joining the Dots. And that will be out on Tuesday, March 28th. So look out for that one after this one. Thanks for being here, guys. We will talk soon. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate having your ears here with me on this wonderful, wonderful podcast, if I do say so myself. Any links and resources and guests you can find at the website at laurenjean.com. If you are interested in starting your own podcast, you can find me at Passion2Pod, and that is on Facebook. Check out the group. I would love to have you. All right, talk to you next week.